I often tell people that you can get up 10 to 20 listings in a day, and a lot of people look at me like I'm crazy. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how you can do that, and we're going to make more than 20 designs quickly right now. Let's go through a few selling products on Etsy that I found with a 5-minute search. We have this one, easily distracted by ghost hunting and cats. It has 16 reviews. Let's check some of the sales. It has over 36 sales. We have funny ghost hunter shirt, eat, sleep, hunt ghosts, repeat. Also, I love this idea for a niche. So if people are thinking things don't sell, if ghost hunting sells, many other niches are going to sell out there that aren't that popular. But that was a little side note. Let's move on. World's Okayest Brother. This has over 417 reviews. Let's check how many sales that is. That is over 3,800 sales, almost 4,000 sales on this product. And then we have this one here, just as a heart, says GG. This one has over 2,000 reviews. And that is, let's see, that is over 8,000 sales. And what do these all have in common? And the answer is, they are not specific to their niche. You can just plug and play like one word in those and apply it to thousands of different niches very fast. I said thousands, so funny there. Excuse me, guys. This design, eat, sleep, hunt ghosts, repeat. Eat, sleep, play chess, repeat. Eat, sleep, rave, repeat. You can plug in so many different words into this to appeal to a whole new group of audiences, and you can create brand new SEO based on every single niche that you plug into this. In fact, that's what this store and many stores out there do. They create a few different nice designs, and you might think this is so simple, but guess what? Simple sells. Over designing using too fancy of fonts or fonts that you can't read are not going to appeal to people. This is bold, it's bright, this sells, and it's working for this store. It's working for many stores out there. So let's go create a few of our own design templates that we can plug in a bunch of niches to. Here's a quick design that I created in little seconds. Eat, sleep, rave, / plug in word here, repeat. I chose a big, thick font. And then I also chose one that had a grunge texture because grunge textures are just super in on Etsy right now. If you did want to use this font, it's already included in Canva called Zoom Rough Bold. I don't know why I said it like that. And then with the right mock-up, look how great this looks on a shirt. And if this niche doesn't like it, maybe another one will. So we can just duplicate this page, and then we can just change this word here. We can do save lives, repeat for like doctors or nurses. We can do play soccer, basketball. This can apply to careers. It can apply to hobbies. It can apply to your lifestyle. Eat, sleep, mom. Eat, sleep, take care of your kids, repeat. Something along those lines. I want to show you guys this handy tool as well that you can do using Canva. So if you have the same niches that you want to apply to a bunch of designs, maybe first just keep track of them in an Excel sheet. I like to include the verb. You can also have like maybe a funny saying that you want to go along with that. But once you have this list, what you're going to do is hit File, and we're going to save this as an CSV, separated values file. So let me show you guys something cool. On the side here, you're going to go down to a bulk create, and we're going to hit upload CSV, and we're going to upload that file we just created. It's going to pick up the 2 columns. So that was niches and verbs. And now we have these 2 data fields created. Then under the save lives part, or the piece of the design that I want to change, I'm going to hit right click. I'm going to hit connect data. And then I'm going to connect my niches for this one. This is why we have niches, verbs, and sayings. It depends on your design type. But for this one, niches make sense. And then you're going to get a page that looks like this. Once you hit continue, you are then going to get this, the apply data. You can unselect some of your niches if you don't want to apply it to this design. But for this one, I'm just going to keep these all on. You can have hundreds of in here. You can have 5. If you have lots, this is where this is super helpful. And then we're going to hit generate 14 pages. And now Canva is going to create a new file for us automatically with 14 pages with all of those words plugged in. We have eat, sleep, knit, repeat, eat, sleep, sew, repeat, eat, sleep, Pilates, repeat, and so on for every single row that we had in that Excel sheet. Here's an example of another design that this would be super easy to apply for. Just use the CSV file, create a design with a rainbow, find a nice font, and that's why I want to move into fonts now. Because creating a good design, and especially a design like this where a text really sells, you need to make sure you have the right text file or the right font file to do so. Fonts can make or break your products. And let me just quickly show you some of my favorite Creative Fabrica fonts that you can bring into Canva for you to use on designs like this. So we have a retro script font. We have retro font. I love this one for plugging things for just a top design. We have this Tokyo one, looks like a full t-shirt design already. We have farmhouse, and we have family, another great one. As an example, people usually do mama with this, but that can be applied to a bunch of different niches. So after downloading those and bringing those into Canva, let's create a design with one of them. And I had this idea in mind. I want to create something like basketball mom, soccer mom, tennis mom, and apply this mom niche on top of a sport niche. This is what is called a sub niche because it is more specific than just having a basketball shirt, basketball mom shirt, basketball grandma shirt, something along those lines, so you are sticking out from the competition a little bit more. So I'm going to write, let's say, basketball. And I actually really like the font that we used earlier, that zoomy one. Let's do that. Basketball. And then I'm going to put mom. I like making this bigger. And for this one, I actually really like that font that I had shown you that was from Creative Fabrica that was called just retro. And it was that let me find it for you. This one, retro rough. So we have basketball mom here. And to make it a little bit cooler, I think I want the ball to be in the middle. Let me just change this up. And then what I'm going to do is on Canva Elements, I'm just going to look up a basketball and find one that kind of fits the vibe of the design that we're going for. Graphics, maybe one like this. There we go. I really like the way that looks. Sometimes it's honestly hard to tell just from a design like this if you really are going to like it on a shirt. So I actually love to test my designs by just bringing them onto a mock-up. So taking a look at this, I love the way that this looks. I find sometimes if I don't put things on mock-ups, I really like the design and then I hate it on a t-shirt later. Or opposite, I hate the design, but then on a mock-up, it actually looks so good. This is the power of mock-ups, guys. Don't sleep on them. So what we can do is we can do like we did before and bring in the CSV file. But since I only have a few options, there's not like thousands of sports, I might just do this manually by just duplicating and then just changing the word here. Soccer, we've got tennis. I obviously don't play sports because I can't think of any sports right now. Let's put in really, I'm blanking on sports. Like a squash. My dad plays squash. Anywho, ignore that one. But then we want to actually go back and change the ball as well. So same thing, just look those up in the elements. This you can't do with the CSV file. So in this case, it might just be faster to manually make the changes. So there we go. Now we have a bunch of different niches. They're similar. The design is simpler. The design works with all of these different niches, but they're applying to a whole new group of people. Scrolling down, we got tennis mom, squash mom. I found a squash ball. Baseball mom, volleyball mom. And you can even expand past this and maybe do like pet moms, corgi mom. It can be a mom for anything. If you also want to find images that are similar, so I found this corgi silhouette, but maybe I found only this type of image works with this design. What you can do to find similar designs without searching for them in the elements is going to this little info button, hit right here, view more from Waryani, which is who designed this. And then you're going to get their library of other designs. And often they usually design in sets. So if there's a corgi outline, there's probably going to be a Chihuahua outline or a Doberman outline. This is another cute little French pug. That one's a little bit different. We have another corgi right here. You can easily find other designs to quickly plug them in to create a brand new design. My biggest tip for these, though, is do your research beforehand. Don't just come up with a random design and then apply millions of different niches to it if you're not that great of a designer. Because if the design is not great, no matter the niche, it's not going to work. So doing competitor research beforehand is super, super important before coming up with that first design. And you can do this without copying people. If you see this mama shirt doing really well, can you do maybe a similar design, or you can just take in what fonts they're using? They're also using a grungy texture. Look at this font they're using. Can you apply this to grandma's, maybe Gigi? Can you use different flowers? Can you use a different color and different niche on top so that this is different and not copying, but you're grabbing from something that's already selling and just altering it to be your own, but altering it enough that you are not bothering this person. We have this one here, Mama, 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 can also be applied to a few different niches. Something similar like these works super well. I love these types of fonts. They work really well, and I can bet that this is selling. Let's keep going down. There's things like this with these ones right here, this type of mama shirt. You do have to be very, very specific in your niches. Things like just mama, teacher, nurse are probably pretty overdone in a style like this, but if you can get creative with the niche, then a design like this is still going to work. This corner mama one, the floral one that says popular now, looks amazing. Florals are super in. It's using a thick font. Can you draw some inspiration from this? Maybe using florals in a different font that you see is popular in another design. Really study the fonts that people are using. Go into Creative Fabrica, see if you can find that exact font or find one extremely similar, which you probably will be able to, and then create a design template, which you can apply to hundreds, thousands of niches for you to try a bunch of niches quickly. And I know I just repeated this, but please don't jump into it thinking you know best, because I've done a lot of audits where people have gone too crazy with this, and I don't think that these are going to be a design that sell. Do your research first. Have they not touched a few niches with that design? Can you change up their design, add a grunge to it, change the colors, grab inspiration, create a few templates, apply them to a bunch of niches, and this way it's going to be super, super easy for you to get up a bunch of new listings quickly.